The internet didn't wake up this morning. It exploded. Because when Tasha K pressed record, she didn't just drop another piece of celebrity gossip. She lit a match under a situation so explosive that insiders are now whispering it could permanently shatter the carefully built image surrounding boxing champion Claressa Shields and hip-hop veteran Papoose. And the most terrifying part. The story allegedly started with a single sentence. One sentence that detonated across social media like a grenade. One of Papoose's chicks. That's it. No warning. No context. Just that line. Within minutes, timelines flooded with screenshots. Private DMs, blurred hotel confirmations. And whispers about a mysterious voice memo, 3 minutes and 12 seconds long, that insiders claim was never meant to leave a private phone. A trembling female voice. A moon-promising silence. And a chilling warning. She can't find out before the fight. Before the fight. Those 4 words changed everything. Because suddenly, this didn't look like random gossip. This looked like strategy. Timing. Planning. A secret allegedly unfolding behind closed doors while the world watched championship belts, victory speeches, and picture-perfect loyalty. For years, Papoose built his reputation on devotion. On being the loyal partner who stood 10 toes down no matter what. And Claressa Shields. She built hers on dominance. Discipline. Absolute focus. No distractions. No weakness. No drama. So when Tasha K hinted that an affair might have been quietly unfolding behind the scenes, and that someone close to the situation was ready to talk, the internet didn't just react. It went to war. Twitter detectives started digging through old interviews. Instagram sleuths resurfaced deleted captions. A vacation photo from Hawaii suddenly looked suspicious. A smiling red carpet moment suddenly felt staged. Fans zoomed into reflections in sunglasses, timestamps in old posts, even background furniture that appeared in more than one location. Then came the first alleged receipts. A screenshot of monthly payments labeled support. Another labeled consulting. And one that sent shockwaves through comment sections everywhere. Appreciate your silence. Thousands of dollars. Transferred quietly. Regularly. But here's where the story takes a darker turn. Because according to multiple sources whispering behind the scenes, Claressa Shields didn't first hear about the alleged betrayal through blogs or viral clips. She heard it herself. Through that recording. The one insiders claim was exactly 3 minutes and 12 seconds long. A recording that, by the time it ended, allegedly left the undefeated champion standing in stunned silence. Because what she heard wasn't just cheating. It sounded like coordination. Like planning. Like humiliation wrapped inside secrecy. And if the next leak circulating through private group chats is real, what Tasha K might release next could destroy everything fans thought they knew. But the real question everyone is asking right now isn't whether something happened. It's this. Who knew about it? And how long had it been happening before the world finally caught a glimpse? Because if the whispers are true, the first crack in this story didn't happen online. It happened behind closed doors. And what allegedly happened in that room might be even more explosive than anything the internet has seen so far. The first real crack in this story didn't explode online. It happened in private. Behind closed doors. According to sources close to the situation, weeks before the internet ever heard a whisper, Claressa Shields had already started feeling that quiet, unsettling shift that people later describe as intuition. The kind of shift that doesn't come with proof. Just patterns. Missed calls that suddenly became normal. Late-night studio sessions that stretched into sunrise. Phones that used to sit face-up on kitchen counters suddenly flipped screen down the moment footsteps entered the room. At first, insiders say she brushed it off. Champions don't panic. Champions calculate. And Claressa Shields built an entire legacy on discipline. On focus. on ignoring distractions. But the distraction refused to stay quiet. Because one night, at exactly 2:47 a.m., an anonymous message landed in her inbox. No introduction. No explanation. Just 3 images. The first was a hotel reservation in Hawaii. The name attached to it wasn't exactly familiar, but insiders say it was an alias that immediately rang alarm bells. The second image. A blurry selfie. A woman standing inside what looked like a luxury resort suite. Floor-to-ceiling windows. Ocean behind her. A reflection in the glass showing a balcony with an infinity pool. And the third image was the most chilling. Just 6 words. Ask him who he was really with. For 10 full minutes, sources say Claressa didn't move. No yelling. No phone calls. No panic. Just silence. Meanwhile, on the other side of the internet, something else was already brewing. Because while this private tension was building, gossip commentator Tasha K had started dropping subtle hints on her platform. At first, it sounded like vague gossip. Just whispers. Just questions. But then she said the line that detonated everything. Y'all really think Claressa the only one? The moment those words hit the timeline, the internet turned into a crime scene investigation. Old interviews resurfaced. In one clip, Papoose dodges a question about loyalty with a laugh that suddenly felt forced. In another, Claressa smiles through a question about relationship rumors, but eagle-eyed fans noticed the smile didn't reach her eyes. Comment sections went nuclear. Check Hawaii. Follow the money. Ask about the villa. The theories multiplied faster than anyone could control them. Then something even stranger happened. A private voice memo began circulating in small group chats. At first, people thought it was fake. Distorted. Low quality. But the voices were unmistakably real. A woman's voice, shaking with emotion. You said she was just for the cameras. Then a man's voice. Low. Urgent. Panicked. Don't start this. Not right now. When that clip finally leaked publicly, social media lost its mind. Within minutes, Tasha K went live. No dramatic intro. No build-up. Just a calm stare into the camera. I've heard the full version, she said slowly. And it's worse than y'all think. Then she dropped the second bombshell. She claimed the situation wasn't just emotional. It involved money. Let's keep it a buck, she said. Somebody funding somebody. Within hours, alleged screenshots started flooding timelines. Bank transfers. Thousands of dollars. Monthly. Descriptions like consulting, travel assistance, and one note that made everyone freeze. Appreciate your silence. The internet connected dots faster than any denial could keep up. And that's when things allegedly exploded behind the scenes. Sources claim the confrontation finally happened inside a private home. No cameras. No public drama. Just 2 people sitting across from each other, and a phone placed in the middle of the table. Claressa reportedly didn't say a word. She just pressed play. The 3-minute recording filled the room. Every second stretched heavier than the last. By the time the audio ended, insiders say a glass had shattered against the wall. Papoose allegedly insisted the recording was taken out of context. That the woman was obsessed. That people were trying to set him up. That nothing physical had ever happened. But then Claressa asked one question. Just one. Why Hawaii? And according to sources, the room went silent. Because that trip had already been explained. It was supposed to be business. Training appearances. Sponsor meetings. But internet detectives had already found something suspicious. Another woman had posted from the exact same resort that week. Same balcony. Same infinity pool. Same ocean view. Her caption. Sitting pretty while they talk. That post spread like wildfire. Fans compared backgrounds. Palm trees. Railings. Even the pattern of tiles on the pool deck. Everything matched. The timing didn't feel like coincidence. It felt like provocation. As the tension behind closed doors continued building, Tasha K added another cryptic statement during a late-night live stream. And she ain't even heard about the second phone yet. Second phone. Those two words ignited another internet meltdown. Suddenly people were analyzing old paparazzi photos frame by frame. Was that a second device in his jacket pocket? Why did certain calls always go unanswered? Why were some messages sent through encrypted apps? Speculation spiraled into full-blown conspiracy theories. Then, just when the chaos couldn't get louder, Claressa Shields posted something. For simple words. Don't confuse loyalty with convenience. The message went viral instantly. Millions of views. Thousands of comments. Supporters flooded her timeline with fire emojis and protective messages. Critics demanded answers. Meanwhile, Papoose remained completely silent. No denial. No explanation. No statement. And in the social media age, silence can feel louder than any confession. But just when people thought the story had reached its breaking point, another insider appeared. This one claiming the alleged affair hadn't just started recently. According to the anonymous source, it had been quietly unfolding months earlier during a rough patch. Promises had supposedly been made. Boundaries renegotiated. Assurances given that everything was over. But the insider added one detail that chilled the internet. There were group chats. Screenshots of conversations discussing how to handle things if the story ever leaked. Advice on keeping timelines straight. Stories rehearsed. And one message that fans say cut deeper than anything else. She's too focused on belts to notice. That sentence spread through social media like gasoline hitting a flame. Because Claressa Shields built her life around winning. Around discipline. Around being unstoppable. And the idea that someone might have used that focus as cover for betrayal. That wasn't just disrespect. That was humiliation. And humiliation has a way of turning controlled anger into something far more dangerous. The next morning, Tasha K returned with another cryptic update. When my lawyers hit me, she said on stream, I was like, I didn't say nothing extra. I posted what was sent to me. She held up what appeared to be a blurred cease and desist email. The number at the bottom caught everyone's attention. $600 an hour. But instead of backing down, she leaned forward. Smiling. There's one more recording, she said. And when that drops, ain't no coming back. Behind the scenes, insiders claim Claressa began digging deeper. Passwords. Call logs. Travel records. And what she allegedly found inside that mysterious second phone wasn't just emotional betrayal. It was planning. Flights booked last minute. Cash withdrawals before trips. A contact saved under a fake name. And a calendar note marked only with a single flame emoji. By this point, the story wasn't just about cheating anymore. It was about deception. Carefully constructed. Carefully hidden. Until someone decided the secret wasn't worth protecting anymore. But the moment that truly sent the internet into hysteria came late that night. An anonymous account posted a blurry photo. Two silhouettes. Standing on a balcony in Hawaii. Ocean behind them. The caption read only one sentence. Truth always surfaces. Fans zoomed in instantly. Comparing tattoos. Body shapes. Jewelry reflections. Was it really them? Or was it staged? The debate raged for hours. Meanwhile, Claressa Shields disappeared from social media completely. No posts. No comments. No reaction. Just silence. But insiders say that silence wasn't calm. Because what she allegedly discovered next, hidden deep inside that second phone, is something no one has publicly revealed yet. And if the whispers are true, the next leak won't just expose an affair. It will expose who helped hide it. The silence didn't last long. Because just when the internet thought the chaos had reached its peak, another leak detonated, and this one wasn't blurry, distorted, or vague. It was crystal clear. An alleged screen recording surfaced online late at night, quietly at first, posted by an anonymous account with 0 followers. For the first 15 minutes, almost no one noticed it. Then someone zoomed in. And everything changed. The recording allegedly came from what insiders claim was that infamous second phone connected to Papoose. The contact name on the screen wasn't saved as a woman. It was saved as business partner. Neutral. Forgettable. Safe. But when the messages opened, the tone immediately shattered that illusion. Miss you already. Next time longer. Delete this. 3 messages. 3 sentences that instantly ignited a digital wildfire. Because the timestamps on those texts aligned perfectly with trips that had previously been labeled as training camps and appearance tours alongside Claressa Shields. The most devastating detail. One of those messages had allegedly been sent just hours after Claressa publicly praised Papoose during an interview, calling him her rock, her supporter, the person who always held things down while she chased greatness. The contrast was brutal. Support in public. Secrets in private. The internet froze for a moment, then erupted. Fans who once defended him started asking questions. Why the burner phone? Why the fake contact name? Why the instructions to delete messages? Within minutes, hashtags exploded across platforms. Theories multiplied. Reaction videos started flooding YouTube. Clips from old interviews resurfaced again, each moment suddenly reinterpreted through a completely different lens. And then, just when the conversation couldn't possibly get louder, Tasha K went live. No intro music. No countdown. Just her staring directly into the camera. I told y'all. That was the only warning she gave. Then she pressed play. The recording she had been teasing. The one insiders claimed was the most explosive piece of evidence yet. The audio began with tension already boiling. A woman's voice, audibly upset. You promised you wouldn't call me when she's around. Then a pause. A man's voice answered, whispering urgently. Lower your voice. The woman continued, emotional now. You keep saying this is temporary. Another pause. Longer this time. Then the sentence that detonated across the internet like a nuclear blast. I left her room to come see you. Left. Her. Room. That wasn't vague. That wasn't emotional ambiguity. That was proximity. That was physical presence. And it suggested something far more serious than internet rumors. Within seconds, clips from the live stream spread across social media like wildfire. Millions of views within minutes. TikTok edits. Twitter debates. YouTube breakdowns analyzing every syllable. People who had never followed boxing, hip-hop, or celebrity gossip suddenly had opinions. And behind the scenes, insiders say Claressa Shields finally broke. Not online. Not publicly. But privately. Sources close to her inner circle described an emotional breakdown that stunned even the people who had seen her survive brutal training camps and championship fights. The undefeated champion reportedly pacing barefoot across a marble floor. Phone clutched tightly in her hand. Voice shaking. How long? She allegedly repeated the question over and over. How long did you think I wouldn't find out? According to insiders, Papoose insisted the recording was old. He claimed it had been edited, manipulated, taken out of context. But context doesn't change tone. And tone doesn't lie. The tension inside that room reportedly grew heavier by the second. Then another twist surfaced. An anonymous email arrived in multiple celebrity gossip inboxes at the exact same time. The subject line read, "You're missing the third person." Inside the email was a short paragraph and several screenshots. The message claimed there was someone else involved, not romantically but strategically. A fixer. A mutual acquaintance who allegedly knew about the relationship and helped coordinate schedules to keep everything hidden. According to the message, this person handled the logistics. Events spaced apart. Trips arranged carefully. Stories rehearsed. And if the allegations were true, that meant the situation wasn't reckless. It was organized. That revelation changed the entire tone of the scandal. Because betrayal by one person hurts. But betrayal involving multiple people, that feels like war. As speculation exploded, old interviews involving Remy Ma resurfaced across timelines. Clips of her speaking about loyalty, about trust, about how people can surprise you when you least expect it. Fans dissected every word like it was coded prophecy. Some believed she had known something was wrong. Others argued she had been blindsided just like everyone else. Meanwhile, Claressa's silence online grew louder by the hour. Brands quietly began watching the situation. Sponsors monitored comment sections. Supporters flooded her posts with encouragement. Critics accused her of ignoring red flags. Then came another financial bombshell. Internet detectives digging through the alleged transfer screenshots discovered something chilling. One payment description stood out from the rest. Hawaii closure. Closure. Thousands of dollars transferred with that label. And suddenly the internet had another theory. What if the money wasn't support? What if it was a payoff? Speculation exploded that someone had allegedly been paid to disappear quietly before the next major fight. Paid to stay silent. Paid to move on. But if that was the plan, it had clearly failed. Because someone had kept receipts. And someone decided the truth was worth more than silence. Back on live stream, Tasha K leaned into the chaos. "Y'all thought I was messy," she said. "This ain't messy." She leaned closer to the camera. "This is layered. Layered with lies. Layered with strategy. Layered with arrogance." Behind closed doors, sources say Claressa demanded one final conversation. This time there was no yelling. No broken glass. Just cold questions. Slow breathing. And long pauses. Finally she asked something that reportedly froze the entire room. Was I ever the only one? No one outside that room knows what answer she received. But hours later, fans noticed something. Claressa had unfollowed several accounts. Not just Papoose, but multiple mutual connections. Even one account believed to belong to one of the alleged women. In the digital world, that move spoke louder than any statement. Eventually Papoose broke his silence. But not in the way people expected. Instead of directly addressing the allegations, he posted a vague statement about false narratives, edited recordings, and defamation. He accused unnamed sources of manipulating the truth. But he never directly denied the relationship. That omission only fueled the fire. Because in scandals like this, what someone refuses to say often screams the loudest. Rumors quickly began swirling about legal action. Cease and desist letters. Possible lawsuits targeting blogs and platforms sharing the recordings. But Tasha K appeared completely unfazed. During another stream she shrugged. "Lawyers cost $600 an hour," she said. "I budget for truth." Meanwhile, Claressa Shields still hadn't released an official statement. No press conference. No live stream. Just one cryptic message posted late at night. Respect isn't optional. 4 words. Millions of interpretations. Some fans believed reconciliation was impossible. Others thought the couple might still resolve things privately. But insiders were whispering something even more explosive. This might not have been the first exposure. Just the first one that went public. And if that rumor is true, then what the internet is witnessing right now isn't just a scandal. It's a cycle finally exploding in public. But just when the story seemed like it couldn't get any more shocking, another insider quietly stepped forward, claiming they possessed one final recording. A recording that doesn't just expose the affair. It allegedly exposes who helped hide it. And if that recording is real, everything the public thinks they know about this story could flip overnight. For nearly 24 hours, the internet held its breath. No new recordings. No new screenshots. No new live streams. Just silence. And in a scandal already spinning at hurricane speed, that silence felt almost unnatural, like the eerie calm before something even bigger detonates. Fans refreshed timelines every few seconds. Comment sections filled with speculation. Had the story reached its limit? Had lawyers finally slammed the brakes? Or was something even more explosive being prepared behind the scenes? Then, just after midnight, a new account appeared online. No profile photo. No followers. No previous posts. Just one upload. A short video file titled, "Play this before they delete it." Within minutes, the clip began spreading across private chats, fan forums, and gossip pages like a digital wildfire. And when people pressed play, the internet erupted again. Because this wasn't another blurry screenshot. This wasn't a distorted voice memo. This was a screen recording, a slow scroll through what appeared to be conversations pulled directly from that alleged second phone connected to Papoose. The messages weren't dramatic at first. Short exchanges. Casual tone. Almost mundane. But then the screen paused on a message thread that immediately made viewers freeze. The contact name. Logistics. At first glance it looked harmless. But as the messages opened, the tone shifted instantly. Flight moved to Thursday. She leaves Friday morning. You'll have 6 hours. 6 hours. The conversation continued. Don't post anything from the resort. Delete location tags. Remember the story if anyone asks. Story. That word echoed through every reaction video that followed. Because suddenly, the allegations didn't just look like a hidden relationship. They looked like coordination. And then the message that changed everything appeared on screen. She's too focused on the belts to notice. The exact same phrase that had previously circulated in those rumored group chat leaks. Now sitting there in black and white. If the screen recording was real, it suggested the situation wasn't just reckless. It was carefully managed. The internet exploded. Fans began dissecting every line of the conversation. The timestamps. The names. The travel details. Everything. And one detail immediately stood out. The flights mentioned in those messages aligned with the exact same Hawaii trip that had already triggered suspicion weeks earlier. The same trip that insiders say first raised red flags for Claressa Shields. The same trip connected to the anonymous DM that allegedly started the entire confrontation. The timeline fit too perfectly. And once again, the internet turned into a detective agency. People searched old airport photos. They compared clothing in travel pictures. They zoomed into reflections in sunglasses, trying to identify anyone who might have been present during those 6 mysterious hours. Meanwhile, gossip commentator Tasha K returned to live stream without warning. She didn't look surprised. She looked prepared. "I told y'all there was another layer," she said calmly. Then she leaned forward and delivered the sentence that sent shockwaves across every platform. "This ain't just cheating. This was a whole operation." Her chat exploded instantly. Thousands of viewers typing faster than moderators could keep up. Questions poured in from every direction. Who was logistics? Was it a friend? A manager? Someone inside the inner circle? Tasha didn't name anyone directly, but she hinted that the person behind that contact name might have been closer to the situation than anyone expected. And that hint opened the door to the most dangerous phase of the scandal. Speculation. Names began circulating online. Some fans accused mutual friends. Others blamed industry insiders. A few even pointed fingers toward people who had previously appeared in photos alongside Claressa and Papoose. The atmosphere online turned chaotic. Accusations. Defenses. Fan bases clashing across platforms. Meanwhile, Claressa Shields remained completely silent. No posts. No comments. No interviews. Just a complete disappearance from the digital world. But insiders claim something very different was happening behind closed doors. According to sources close to the situation, Claressa wasn't collapsing under the pressure. She was calculating. Reviewing everything. Every message. Every timeline. Every explanation she had previously been given. And the more pieces she reportedly examined, the more the story allegedly stopped looking like a mistake. And started looking like a pattern. That realization reportedly changed the entire tone of the conversations happening privately. Because a single betrayal can sometimes be explained. But a pattern? A pattern suggests something deeper. Something intentional. Then another twist hit social media. An alleged calendar screenshot surfaced online. The image showed a digital planner filled with training schedules and public appearances. But one entry caught everyone's attention. A small flame emoji. Placed on a date that matched one of the alleged secret meetings mentioned in the leaked messages. Fans instantly began connecting the dots again. Was the flame a reminder? A signal? Or just coincidence? Nobody could prove anything. But by this point, the public had already reached its own conclusions. And in the court of public opinion, perception spreads faster than proof. Finally, after days of silence, Papoose posted another statement. Longer this time. More direct. He claimed the leaks were part of a coordinated attempt to destroy reputations. He insisted the recordings had been manipulated. He warned that legal action was being prepared against multiple platforms and individuals spreading what he described as false and defamatory content. But once again, one detail stood out. He still never directly answered the question that everyone kept asking. Was the relationship real? The omission reignited the fire all over again. Because when scandals reach this level, the smallest unanswered question becomes the loudest noise in the room. Meanwhile, Tasha K continued fueling the conversation. During her latest broadcast, she addressed the legal threats with a calm smile. Lawyers bill by the hour, she said. Truth doesn't. Then she hinted that more information might still be sitting in private inboxes. Waiting. Deciding whether to surface. And that possibility sent a new wave of anxiety through everyone connected to the story. Because if even one more insider decides to talk, the final pieces of the puzzle could fall into place overnight. As of now, Claressa Shields still hasn't spoken publicly. No official confirmation. No denial. Just that one cryptic message still pinned on her page. Respect isn't optional. 4 words. But they now carry the weight of an entire scandal. Some fans believe the relationship is already over. Others think a reconciliation could still happen privately. But insiders whisper something that might be the most explosive detail of all. This may not be the first time the truth almost surfaced. Just the first time it couldn't be contained. And if that rumor is true, then what the world is witnessing right now isn't just a celebrity scandal. It's the moment a carefully protected image finally cracked under the pressure of receipts, recordings, and relentless internet detectives. Because what started as a whisper became screenshots. Screenshots became audio. Audio became confrontation. And confrontation became a storm that neither fame, loyalty, nor silence could completely control. But the most dangerous part of scandals like this isn't the leaks we've already seen. It's the ones that haven't surfaced yet. Because somewhere, someone might still be holding the final recording. The one piece of evidence that could either destroy the entire narrative or flip it upside down in a single upload. And when that moment comes, the internet won't just react. It will explode all over again. Right now the internet is standing on the edge of something massive. What started as a single whisper has turned into screenshots, recordings, secret trips, burner phones, and a timeline that gets more suspicious the deeper people dig. And the truth is, this story still feels unfinished. Because every hour that passes without a clear answer only makes the mystery bigger. More insiders could speak. More messages could leak. Another recording could surface at any moment and flip everything we think we know about Claressa Shields, Papoose, and the bombshell claims pushed into the spotlight by Tasha K. And when that next piece drops, trust this, the internet won't wait for anyone to catch up. It will move fast. Faster than timelines. Faster than headlines. Faster than the truth can even defend itself. So if you don't want to be the last person trying to figure out what really happened while everyone else already knows the next twist, this is your moment. Hit like right now if you believe there's still a hidden layer to this story that hasn't been exposed yet. Drop your comment below and tell me what you think really happened. Was this a carefully hidden double life, or did things spiral completely out of control once the leaks started? And most importantly, subscribe and turn on notifications immediately. Because the next leak, the next reaction, the next shocking revelation could appear at any second. And when it does, you'll want to say you were here before the final bombshell hit, and the entire story